last year in April, I shared with the TEDxMileHigh audience the impact Same Cafe has had on my life. How many of you were able to be there in the audience that night? Incredible event. But what really I shared about was dignity and community, rather than about the nonprofit my husband and I created. The message, the takeaway point that night was that change begins with us. And what transpired as a result of sharing at TEDxMileHigh changed my life. Even at the break that night, we had folks coming up to us asking us, my husband and I, how we could be involved in the Same Cafe family. We had a gentleman who offered to revamp our website. A woman offered her PR services. We had a young lady who wanted to get her whole office to come and volunteer. We had a woman from a group called Spoken from the Heart, and they're women who are enthusiastic about riding bicycles, hence Spoken, bikes spoke, and volunteering. And they rode their bikes on various Saturdays and came and volunteered at Same Cafe. And those are just some of the stories of the people who were inspired in the audience that night to take some action. And so what I encourage you to do tonight is leave here to take action. And the easiest thing you can do is come and have lunch at Same Cafe. To experience the good, healthy, locally grown food in a dignified manner. You can put a donation in the box, have a seat with someone you've never had lunch with before, build community. But I see a lot of familiar faces in the audience, and I know some of you have already been to Same Cafe. What I want you to do, though, side note, is make a note to come to Same Cafe in March. We are embarking on a restaurant makeover that, as a result of TEDx, some ripple effect, our restaurant is getting a brand new kitchen, which is super exciting. So come have lunch with us. But then if you're so excited to take the next step, the most important thing that I think you can do is start talking about food access in this community. Start making those connections with your neighbors, even at the break. Start talking to people. What are your big ideas around food and community, and how do we bring those things to action? Think of it as skipping a stone on a smooth pond. You know, you cast that stone and you watch it skip and glide, and on impact, it creates those ripples. That's what I want you to do. I want you to take action and create ripples. And I know sometimes action can be scary, so I want to tell you about one action. Remember that woman I told you about who wanted to get her whole office to volunteer? She sent one email out to her office mates, encouraging them with several dates where they could come and be a part of Same Cafe. That one email translated to 150 hours of volunteerism at Same. During those 150 hours, 300 healthy, organic, locally grown meals were served in a dignified and warm, inviting space. Yun cast her skipping stone. She sent one email. As I shared last year at the Ellie Hawkins Opera House, that change begins with us. I challenge you to take Yun's example and cast your stone, skip your stone. Thank you.